Not every video shot with an Insta360 camera has to be crazy, fast, and dramatic. You can achieve some really excellent cinematic motions with your Insta360 X5 just by applying some of the tricks and tips that I'm going to teach you in this video. But first, I'm going to show you some examples of what you can get, and trust me, it's really easy to achieve these shots. So let me take you through what you need to do to get these basic cinematic shots with your Insta360 X5. This is actually very, very simple. The camera is very forgiving for taking cinematic videos. First, let's take a look at the settings. You want to set the resolution in your camera to 8K as that's the maximum resolution, and we want the highest quality possible. When it comes to frame rate, you can either select 24 frames per second, which is the standard cinematic frame rate. It produces the kind of motion we see in cinema, film. However, if there is lots of fast reframing in your video, as in if you're doing action shots or just any kind of faster reframing, then that will really negate the need for 24 FPS. So if that's the case, use 30 FPS. For white balance, select 5500 and sharpness, select low. In terms of movement, you're going to want to use a large extendable selfie stick like you see me using here and do some relatively slow movements. You don't need to be waving the stick around too much. Now let's look at some editing. In this example, we're going to be doing a fairly basic cinematic panning motion. This could be done in any kind of video, but this is a particularly cinematic environment. But what you can do immediately to make your videos appear more cinematic is change the aspect ratio. You can see the options here. If you change to this specific aspect ratio from 16:9 to 2:35:1, this again is what's used in cinema, often for widescreen viewing, and just makes us think of makes it feel more cinematic even if you're just changing the aspect ratio. But obviously this will depend on where you're viewing it, if it's on a mobile or a larger screen. Now find the place you want to start your cinematic movements and set the first keyframe. Now what we want to do actually with that first keyframe is remove the kind of warped effect you get, the fish eye effect. We can do that by reducing, as you can see I'm reducing here, the field of view settings, and it just makes those edges not so curved, as that's not particularly what we're looking for. And then you're going to want to set another keyframe that's at least, quite far along the timeline, as we want a slow panning motion. I set one here, but because the two keyframes are too close together, it's moving too quickly. So I'm going to drag it along so that the motion between them is shorter. The further those keyframes are apart, the smoother and slower your motion will be. And just doing that, you can see you can get this sweeping panning motion. Thanks to the stabilization in these cameras, is very cinematic. You can also achieve the same effect by zooming in and out. Select a keyframe zooming in, and then select another one that's quite far along the timeline. Change the zoom settings between those two keyframes so that the camera slowly pans out. That's pretty much all I did for most of the examples that you saw at the start of this video. Slow panning motions, slow zooming in and out, and you can create some really nice B-roll, even some nice action shots as we see here. It doesn't all have to be crazy movements all the time. The final thing I recommend you do is once you've reframed your videos and exported them, and if you want to combine them together especially, you're going to need to use a program like CapCut, which is what you see here. You see all these files together, and you're going to want to go into the Adjustment tab, and you'll see an options called LUTs. You want to go ahead and download some LUTs. A lot of them are free, some of them you have to pay for, but they're basically settings to change the color, light of your video. They can massively change the appearance. Depending on what kind of appearance you want to achieve, you can literally Google the certain kinds of LUTs, cinematic LUTs, and there will be loads that turn up and you can download them and use them here on CapCut, and you can instantly see how it changes the look of the video. And I wouldn't use the 100% filter, so just drag that filter down to around 50, because usually if you leave it at 100%, the change is a bit too dramatic in my opinion. So choose the one that you think will work with your clips, but it does require an extra step in the editing process. So that's it guys, those are my tips for achieving cinematic movements with your Insta360 X5. There are many kinds of shots you can get with a 360 camera, but I think these ones, even though they're super simple, are really effective because of the stabilization and how the reframing allows for really smooth motions. If you want to learn how to achieve loads of different types of effects with your Insta360 camera, I have a massive Insta360 video course. It has over 75 lessons teaching you everything you need to know about your Insta360 camera, including how to achieve dozens of different shots, effects, how to shoot, set up and edit your videos. I've had hundreds of people download this course, so check the link in the description. You'll see some reviews and some examples of what you can achieve there. But until next time guys, I'll see you around. Bye.